Hello. So some of this is easier in some areas than in others. And so I've been trying to figure out how to teach the schwa. Um, uh, it's kind of that lazy uh sound. It's kind of a U. I would say it's like from here deep in your chest with this sound like you would do for a short U. But we call it a schwa. Somebody calls it a schwa. I don't call it a schwa. I call it the U. But if you go to, so let me tell you, this website, okay, this website, merriam-webster.com, that's where I go when I'll do it again. It might have been too fast. Um, that's where I go when I'm learning a new word or a new pronunciation, or I don't know how to spell something, or I need to look up the actual definition. There's so many variables. Maybe a word has the same sound as another word, but it's spelled differently, or you have to use it in context. So I go here and I wanted to show you. So this is the schwa. When you see kind of this upside down E, that's what we call a schwa. So you can go here to this merriam-webster.com and look up any word. Look up any word. So the first word I looked up was hello. Some people will say hello, hello. And then other people will go, hello. And then there's this breakup, this little dash. Those are your syllables. Hello. And this tick mark here, these are important. That's where the emphasis is inside the word. So you're gonna push in or make it a little longer, a little louder, or both. And instead of saying hello, it'll be hello, and not hello, which is really hard for me to do. They're not equal. So that little tick mark will tell you exactly where in this multisyllabic word you need to press into, okay? And that's your upside down E schwa. Okay, so here, see if you can hear. I'm gonna say some pretty common words. Uh, of, of, which is actually, it sounds like UV, but it's like OF, of, was, wa, was, with a Z sound, was, uh, above, above, above. And we can change like the little letter A, like it's a beautiful day. You can also say so either one is okay. If you just say one or the other and you forget, and it's just whichever you're comfortable with. Um, uh, it's a dog. It's a dog. Banana. 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 You got two in that one. About. Uh, about. Problem. Um, um. So you'll hear a lot of people do the schwa a lot, just by going, it's a filler. Sometimes people use that sound as a filler when they're having public conversations, trying to teach, trying to teach the sound. So there's also harmony. So far we've got this on the O and the A, the U, m, money, money, company, supply, excuse me, supply, from, from. Okay, so I put a little paragraph together that we could practice and you can practice. You write this down. A banana was sitting on top of a, a box from the company. A banana was sitting on top of a box from the company. A banana was sitting on top of a box from the company. That's a sentence. There was a a note about a a problem with the delivery. There was a note about a problem with the delivery. So now I'm linking. There was a note about a problem with the delivery. There was a note about a problem with the delivery. Above the label, someone had scribbled, "Keep your money. Send harmony instead." So the full little paragraph. A banana was sitting on top of a box from the company. There was a note about a problem with the delivery. Above the label, someone had scribbled, "Keep your money. Send harmony instead." So we've got merriam-webster.com. Go there. I go there for everything. If you need syllables, I mean, not syllables, synonyms or antonyms or the history of the word, um, where the syllables are, where the emphasis is. That's a super good place. I would go there. I would not at this point still use any other AI type of options. Just go to the dictionary and it'll teach you how to do that properly. So I think that's it for the schwa. Thank you for being with me. If you have any questions, let me know. And if I think of anything else, I'll either redo the video or add to it. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.